Happy Sunday, guys. I'm getting a lot of direct messages and people are saying, dude, should I buy? Should I sell? Should I hold? And so I can't give you financial advice as a hedge fund manager, but I can tell you what I'm doing personally and what's happened to me historically through time. So if you want to know how I've made millions and millions of dollars on most of my investments, I'm going to share that with you today. I think there's a lot of people having anxiety now. It's kind of funny that I went to like the coffee bar the other day and went to the breakfast place. A lot of people were coming up to me. I even went to the gym this morning at like 7 something a.m. and people were coming up to me saying, Dan, I'm so scared right now. What's going to happen with real estate? What's going to happen with crypto? What's going to happen with stocks? And you know, my crystal ball doesn't work, but my experience in investing since 1992 seems to have worked over the decades. All right. Now, I'm not some wizard who knows when exactly it's going to go up and when exactly things are going to go down. But I do want to share with you a couple experiences. And first, let's talk about my crypto experience, and then I'll tell you at the end what I'm doing. But I want to talk about stocks and real estate too, okay? Because even though they're different types of assets, they have correlations. And an interesting thing a mentor told me years back, he taught me the concept of dollar cost averaging, is where you treat each investment like a bill every single month. And he said, dude, if you buy decent, typically within 10 years or so, you're going to be okay when it comes to, he was a real estate guy. And I found that absolutely true with real estate. All the real estate that I've sold, any that I've sold in the last 30 years, I've been sad about, and most that I've kept I've been really happy about. In fact, I'm happy about every piece of real estate that I own today, and I own a decent amount of real estate. Now, when it comes to the stocks that I own in the companies that I believe in, same feeling. Now, I did lose money on some stupid small projects again, but I had some stupid small projects make me a lot of money too, so that's here nor there. When it comes to crypto, that's the story I want to tell. Now, as you guys know, my videos are not super short, so I want to get your pen and pad out. Why don't you walk over and grab a cup of coffee or a Diet Coke or just some water with electrolytes if you want to be healthy, and take note. I think this will give you comfort, whether you're a business owner or you're working somewhere or you're just barely getting by or you're living on the street. That's okay. I think this will help you through life, and this will probably be one of the most important videos you've ever watched. So, first things first, with crypto, I got into mining in 2014, not because I was a genius, but because I had too much video cards I had ordered. We had ordered so many video cards because we thought the prices were going to go up because of a shortage. Well, I was sitting in a very bad position. I had so much inventory, and then suddenly there was a video card overage. So we could barely sell them for what we paid for, and some of them we'd have to actually set a loss. So I thought, man, my computer company's cooked. We got too much inventory. And then I met with this professor at the U we had sold them computers to, and we had built a computer lab for them. And in this lab, this professor was mining a thing called Bitcoin, and he created a script to find the lowest energy consumption token. It was a Scrypt coin script. It's kind of funny how it's called that. But the coin that we ended up mining the most of is Dogecoin, which is crazy, in 2014. If you take a moment and click on my testimonials, there's a guy named Ryan. He owns a bunch of coffee stores across Utah, and he bought a bunch of miners from me, I think in the 14, 15 era, and he forgot his password to the Doge wallet he had, and I helped him get into it in, I think, 21, and he made a grundle, and he just doesn't make a lot of videos. He's a very private guy, but he said, dude, you can share this. So it's on my highlights and my stories. Not in my stories, but in my highlights on my page. Okay, so anyway, I built all these miners, thousands of these miner systems using these AMD video cards and some NVIDIA, mainly AMD because at the time it made sense cost-wise. And we were just printing. We were mining so much Bitcoin. Bitcoin rose to almost $20,000. And when I started, it was under $200, which is crazy. Everybody was excited. People were buying miners from me. And I was selling so many computers. I was mining all this crypto. I was like super, super happy. So this wasn't actually a Bitcoin mining facility. I want to clarify that. We were mining Scrypt coins, which are like altcoins, and I would typically sell a lot of those and transform that into Bitcoin or just some cash to buy real estate. So anyway, we're mining, we're printing. Everyone's buying, everyone's excited. Everyone says, Dan, you're a genius. And then suddenly Bitcoin within like a year or so drops from 20,000 to the 3,000 something range. And everyone says, Dan, you're an idiot. Like, I cannot believe I bought this garbage from you. And I felt really bad because not only, did the crypto price drop, but I was stuck with all this hardware as well. And my crypto had dropped too. So I was definitely feeling how they felt. And so for a lot of these guys, I bought a lot of their hardware back, helped them sell it and those kind of things. And some of the guys kept it and kept mining because they're like, hey, I'm still going to keep mining. No big deal. I got cheap electricity. And so I hung on to the majority of a lot of my crypto that I had. I sold a good chunk off to buy some real estate back in 17, 18 in that range. But I did keep a lot. And it was only $3,200. Well, fast forward till today, and some people are scared. Oh, Bitcoin's 95 grand today, and it was 125 grand almost at the high. Oh my gosh, is the world ending? And like, this is nothing. And every crypto bull cycle, and even bear cycle, we see crazy corrections. During many cycles, tons of 20, 30% corrections. This is normal. Now, those of you that are old, if you remember the stock market in 2021, Amazon from all-time highs, 80% correction. Those of you that are old like me in real estate in 2008 and 9, when there was that huge collapse, literally we were picking up homes for 50% off, 75% off. I mean, just crazy real estate deals. Back then, everyone was scared and running to cash, but the old mentor taught me something kind of interesting. Not only 10 years patient, but another mentor who manages billions of dollars. He says, look, when people run to cash, it's like it burns a hole in their pocket, in their wallet, and they are just looking for an excuse to redeploy it. But most people are dumb in that they'll redeploy it when things are at all-time highs, and they'll sell it when it's at all-time lows. The old adage, buy low, sell high, but 99% of people do exactly the opposite during that time of fear. Now, the crypto fear index on CoinMarketCap right now is it's in like mega fear or something, right? Extreme fear or whatever right now. And so what am I doing? I'm making an effort to try to buy some more every single day. And as I told you, like the other day, Bridger and I bought, $650,000 in crypto more. And people are like, you're dumb. It corrected 5-10%. I'm like, whatever, like, fine, don't participate. I mean, it doesn't matter. And if you think I'm dumb, fine. I don't care. I don't charge people for these videos. Seriously, I don't sell a course or a subscription. I do it because I just want to share my experience, and then you can make your decisions on what you want to do. But let me give you some crazy numbers. So you think this just happens with crypto. Well, a duplex I bought back in, 1992. 57 grand, Sugar House, Utah. Today, it's worth over $1.5 million. That's a lot of patience. But hey, you got rental income from it. Wonderful. Crazy, a building I bought in 2008-9 crash, 500 grand. It's worth $2.5 million today. One of our larger buildings I bought for $3.2 million in 2017. There was some worry during that time. It's worth probably close to $15 million now. Just one residence. I'm just giving you examples of this is real estate. A home I bought during Y2K for $1.45 million is worth close to $6 million today. And I know that's a lot of time for a lot of you guys, but here's the thing. If it cash flows, that's awesome. And so you don't need to stress about it. That's why I really do love real estate. And you guys know the stories I've talked about, my Microsoft, my Apple stock, my Nvidia stock, my Amazon stock, even my Tesla stock. All these companies, even my Meta stock, all these companies, Google, and this is not financial advice, this is stuff that I've been buying for years. I continue to try to buy those, even when there's market corrections, because it's just accumulation. Even another asset, gold. Back in Y2K, we thought the world was going to blow up. I think I bought close to, I think it was about 100 grand in gold. It was $325 an ounce. I put it away in a super bank, super safe thing, and just didn't even stress about it. And wake up today and it's over 4,000 an ounce. So time tends, with good assets, to really appreciate things. It's more like time in the market. That really, you've heard that, right? It's time in the market, not hopping in and out of the market a lot. That's why day traders fail. I watch day traders make a lot of money for a cycle or so, and then they're usually broke. It's kind of like professional gamblers. So you don't need to gamble. You really don't. And one thing is this, like with Bridger and I, our ugly unicorn crypto hedge fund, we've had quarters, I think we've dropped 30, 40% and then been up like 60%. And then it's just, but remember, crypto is a speculative asset. And so when you see these major corrections, it's maybe an opportunity to think about buying some more. But you really want to look at the long-term horizon. But every time there's a mega dip, I just look at it as a big sale, just like I've talked to you guys before. It's like the Nordstrom's rack sale during Christmas or whatever. Well, that's probably when you want to buy your stuff. When I buy my Christmas ornaments? After Christmas. When I buy my Halloween costumes? Like a few days to a week after Halloween. That's when I buy that. Now, I know you can't do that with candy, but that's typically when you want to buy that stuff because you're literally going to get the stuff 75% off usually because you can't give it away. When I buy my fireworks, this is crazy. After Pioneer Day and the 4th of July, right? Because, again, demand cycle's low and they're giving the stuff away. Instead of buy one, get one free to try to get you in there before the 4th of July or Pioneer Day, it's buy one, get four free. It's way cheaper. And, you keep them in a controlled climate. They don't go bad. Next year, you light them up and your kids are happy. Life just works like this, but social media has kind of screwed us up. It talks about immediate gains, immediate dopamine, immediate returns. But I want to empathize with you in that, whenever there's big market corrections, it does curl my stomach. It does bug me. I do lose sleep. I'm a human being just like you. But what I tend to do is I listen to Stoic podcasts. So I'm going to share some of my stories. I found someone on Spotify, and these Stoic podcasts teach you like the teaching of Marcus Aurelius and Seneca and all these ancient guys and girls. And it talks about how you can't control necessarily the winds and the environment and all those things, but you control your mental perception of how you emotionally deal with upsets. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're all going to go to heaven, or if you believe that, if you don't, we're going to go to the dust, we'll be stardust, whatever you want to believe. But we're not going to all, and then none of us are probably going to make it out. None of us are going to make it out of here unless we get our brains transferred into Neuralink or something, into Elon's AI. I don't know if I want to do that. But, so you just got to enjoy the experiences. So if you are having anxiety today, I want to give you a cure. And I know this video was to talk about crypto and stuff, but I want to talk about mental health for a minute. It's very important for you guys and girls. You do just stop right after this video. And first action is share this video, obviously, so we can help more people mentally. Okay, this is a mental health video. But you want to spend 5 minutes and you want to physically write down what you're grateful for. So I would put my family, my grandchildren, my children, my spouse, all my relatives, my employees, my team members, my business partners, my pugs, my dogs, my birds, my cats, all those things I'm grateful for. And I'm just going to visualize in my mind, how great it is. And then I'm going to sit there for 5 minutes and just recite with an affirmation. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. And then I'm going to combine with that affirmation, positive self-affirmations. And this really works. I'm capable of anything. I'm getting healthier and healthier every day. Now, you should make sure you reaffirm that with some walking or lifting weights, right? This morning, again, gym, 7 a.m. All the nutrition I eat, I am conscious of, and I'm becoming physically stronger every day. Every day, I'm taking action towards becoming wealthier and wealthier. Every day, I'm becoming spiritually stronger and able to help more people every single day. Now, If you can combine that with movement, like maybe take a walk with your eyes open, so write it down, and you can look down, look both ways, make sure you don't get run over by a car, all these disclaimers, and go over these affirmations and moments of gratefulness in your head. I promise you that your life will change. One thing I've also discovered is dark thoughts happen in the evening. When I have the most anxiety and stress, it's usually in the evening and I'm thinking about things. Does that happen to you? And you just spin in your head and you get insomnia and all these things. There's a trick I actually found how to go to sleep. And this is crazy and it seems to work. I take magnesium glycinate powder, and talk to your doctor, make sure it doesn't screw with you, but I take this powder, and I also take a little apple cider vinegar, just like a teaspoon or a tablespoon, not much. And I'll take that. And then sometimes I'll even take some Relight from Redmond's. It's a electrolyte, just a little bit. And then in the evening, what I'll do is take a hot bath. And then I'll lay down to go to sleep, turn off my phone for at least an hour before I go to sleep. But then I'll inhale deeply, I'll exhale, and I'll hold it for 15 seconds on the exhale 5 times. Now, while I'm doing this, I go over my gratitude in my head at the same time. This is really weird. And I just let go. And what's weird is that oxygen deprivation on the 15-second hold on the exhale, 5 times at least for me, combined with some of those other things, when I do that, I sleep like 8 hours, where sometimes I struggle to sleep 4 or 5 because I'm thinking about stuff. I'll just skip that. So that's kind of crazy. You combine that with 30 minutes of movement in the day, whether it's walking or lifting weights or both, and you've expended a lot of that excess energy to help yourself lower that anxiety level. Now, that not only helps with anxiety for me, but what's really great is it gives me clear thinking, and then I don't wake up stressed. Now, I'm brain dumping you guys, so if you're bored, you can turn this off, but if you like it, stay, okay? So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I ask myself is, what went great yesterday? And at first, your brain may go, nothing. Life is horrible. But I'll be like, well, I got to spend great time with my granddaughter, pet my dogs, my cats, hang out with my family. That's great. This business did good. This stock did good. This crypto did good. And I know some things didn't get good, but you're only allowed to identify the good things because there's always something to find wrong. And I review that in the morning. Then I combine that with the gratitude. Then I walk and combine that with the gratitude with some exercise. And oh my gosh, productivity just goes so well. Anxiety floats away and happiness fills your heart. You want to know one more bonus cherry? Give. So last night we went to, my wife invited me to a function where they showed this girl, Jackie. She's cool. She did the remodel on our house years back. And she does this thing called Cancer for Families. And she helps people with cancer for their families. And she remodels their homes for them, absolutely free. She builds them homes. She's really awesome. And I really didn't want to go to this event at first because I was just kind of worn out. I just wanted to rest. But I went, and it really warmed my heart. And, we decided to help out a little bit. So we're going to do that. But then you combine that with some giving on top of gratitude, and there's no more room in your heart or your mind for anxiety or depression because you've taken care of yourself physically, mentally, and you've helped other people. So I challenge you to do this, not just during Christmas, start doing it today. One thing you can do, give $1 to a charity, save the dogs and cats, save the kids with cancer, save the starving kids in Africa. Do something, and you don't have to give huge amounts, just everyone has different amounts of money, right? So, and it could just be time where you're volunteering or something like that. So, and I'm going to give you the final cherry on top. Now, I know some of you believe in God, some of you don't. I'm not going to preach to you, but whatever you believe in, give thanks. I like to give a moment to give thanks to, I believe in God, so for, the blessings that I have and all the cool things, the sound mind and body and the ability to help other people like you, it makes me feel good. All right, guys, so that's a lot. So I hope I taught you about finances. I hope I taught you a little about spirituality, and I hope it helped your physical, because that's called the pyramid of power: physical, financial, spiritual. And if you work on all three of those muscles, I think you'll have a happier life. Now, this video, how much is it? How much is my course? Zero. But I do ask that you comment below whether you're buying, holding, or selling, just for fun. And then that helps the algorithm. And then share this on your stories right now. Okay, that's all I'm asking. All right, guys, I love you. Have an awesome Sunday and take action. Financial, physical, spiritual, right now. Share this video too. Good karma. Love you.